We're going to get some world through the podcast. Hey, what's up, what's world? Hey, what's to the Successful Podcast with me, Ray D. I got a great segment for you all. I want to talk about the James Harden situation. What the heck is going on with James Harden down down there with the Philadelphia 76ers? Hey, but before I get started, hey man, thank you all for watching. All right, make sure you all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. Also, give me your comments on what you all think about this segment right here. But I want to talk about James Harden and what is going on with him right now with the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. Um, as you all know, right now, James Harden, he has reported, he have reported to Philadelphia 76ers training camp down there in Vegas, down in Colorado right now. So what is going to happen next between James Harden and the Philadelphia 76ers? All right. As you all know, they already said that they are in the process of getting him traded to the LA Clippers. But this is the thing I don't get. Why do James Harden wants to be traded to the LA Clippers so bad? Okay, you got if he's traded to the 76ers, if he's traded to the Clippers, you got him, you got Russell Westbrook, you got Kawhi Leonard, and you got Paul George. Okay. Now, you have two injury prone players. You have a player of James Harden that's known to be a choker. And then you have Russell Westbrook that I just don't know. I just, one game he's this, the next game he's this. So why is it that this man wants to be traded to the Clippers so bad? What is it in LA? First it was Houston. Okay, let's go back to when James Harden first started. Okay, he went from the Oklahoma City Thunder, then he went to the Houston Rockets. He was unhappy with the Houston Rockets, so they ended up trading him. They traded him where? They traded this man down to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, you get to Brooklyn, you have, and also you got to think about it. He already played with Russell Westbrook in Houston. You was unhappy. You didn't want to play with him anymore. They traded him out of there. Okay, on top of that, okay, we look back and you get traded, you get your wish, you go down there to the Brooklyn Nets, and you team up with probably the most dynamic offensive weapons in basketball, which is Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. For whatever reason, I don't know. It didn't work out. Now you're unhappy again. You're mad about whatever you're mad about. Maybe, you're mad about Daryl Murray. You say Daryl Murry sold you a dream. You said Daryl Murray was supposed to give you a contract extension, and he didn't. But this is the issue I got with that, James Harden. You had a chance to sign a monster contract with the Brooklyn Nets, and you turned down all of that money. You turned down almost $200 million. So whose fault is it that you didn't get the money that you thought you was going to get from the Philadelphia 76ers when you was offered a monster contract? You was offered a max contract with the Brooklyn Nets. And guess what you did? You turned that down because you was unhappy with the situation in Brooklyn, and you wanted to be traded. So I am lost. Like, seriously, I am lost anyway. So I'm trying to get what is going on with the Clippers, because the Clippers don't have a lot of money to give you in the offseason as well. Like, the Clippers don't have $200 million to give to you. So what is it? The only teams that have that type of money are the bad teams, like the Orlando Magics and the San Antonio Spurs. Those are the teams that have that type of salary cap. And I can't see Steve Ballmer giving you that type of money, knowing that you're at the end of the road. And then you come to training camp, most likely you're unhappy. I looked at a picture of it. He looked like he's in shape, at least. But this is what I'm saying. James Harden have to be very, very careful what he's doing right now. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because if he's not careful, he can see himself being blackballed out of the league. Kind of like, I hate to say it, Carmelo Anthony. That is his next step of being out of the league. Because these owners, they'll band together and they'll get you out of the NBA. And they are looking at this man right here he forced his way out of Houston. He forced his way out of Brooklyn. Now he wants to force his way to a team. He wants to force his way out of Philly, and he wants to go to this particular team. Like, okay, you're not giving us no option. You just want to go to that team right there. That's unfair. And honestly, I feel worse. I don't even feel bad for James Harden. I feel worse for Joel Embiid because he's the one who has to answer all the questions. Where's James Harden? Why is James Harden not here at training camp? That was the first day. Then James Harden ended up showing up. I hadn't seen any more, but I'm gonna look and I'm gonna see what they've been saying about the training camp, the practices, how he's and also I seen a report earlier today that they said Sham, he was pretty much saying that James Harden wants to make this situation as uncomfortable as possible to force the Philadelphia 76ers to trade him. But this is what I would do if I was there, Murray. You don't want to give me what I want. James Harden is 34, 35 years old. I'll tell you what you do. Sit out a year. Do what Le'Veon Bell and those other NFL players do. Sit out for a year. You're still going to have another year on your contract next season. You still won't be a free agent. So sit out for a whole year. And then I'm gonna keep forcing you to sit out until you retire. Because think about it, y'all. James Harden could have been easily one of the greatest of all time if he didn't flame out so many times and wanted to be forced out, and then he wanted to force a team to trade him. And honestly, if he is successful, if he come in and he doesn't do what the 76ers want him to do, and he come in and he basically, makes it uncomfortable like he quote unquote say, what will happen next? Will these owners band together and be like, you know what? It's time for us to put this man right here to make him understand that he don't run an NBA team. I'm not saying have a slavery mentality, but at the end of the day, dude, it's time for you to stand up and play out your contract. I'm not gonna keep trading you because you unhappy with whatever you're unhappy with. Hell, you're unhappy that they don't got the perfect strip club, or you're far away from Lil Baby. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna keep trading you just because you unhappy with the situation, or I'm not gonna give you $200 million. Hell no, I'm not giving you $200 million. Who in their right mind right now that's gonna give James Harden $200 million? Think about it. $200 million for James Harden. You asking yourself. You asking for it. If you give this man $200 million right now, where he's at in his career, you smoking and you should be fired. You're probably going to lose your job in the next couple of years because you're probably going to pay him $60 million a year, and James Harden just not worth $60 million a year. Not at this point of his career. Now, I'm not saying James Harden is still not a lot of really, really, really good player, because he is. He just led the league in assists, I think, last year. So he's still a good player. He's very productive, but he ain't worth $200 million. He's just not. And I think that James Harden better be very careful. Like I said before, be very careful. And he better he might want to get on his best behavior, because these owners get together, they'll band together, and they will blackball you out this league. And before you know it, you will be retiring out of the league before your time, before you even wanted to retire. So, like I said, I behoove him to play his cards right when it comes down to this situation here. Because next year, we can easily see James Harden out of the NBA. Kind of like how Carmelo Anthony. Y'all remember? Carmelo Anthony, 1 year, he was averaging 13 points per game. The next year, he was out of the league. That's how quick it happened. So, honestly, that is something that we need to really pay attention to, because he could easily be out of the league in the next couple of years, honestly. But I'm going to keep y'all updated on this situation and what's going on in Philly with James Harden. Whenever they're going to make a trade, and trade him to where he want to go, which is the LA Clippers. I don't know why. Maybe Tyronn Lue in his ear. Maybe Tyronn Lue tampering. telling him, hey, force your trade here. Because it's really, really, and to be honest, Tyronn Lue, I got for you, this right here might be that 1 year where you need to step up and actually win you a championship. Because we ain't seen you win no championship since you've been with LeBron, old Bron. So how great is Tyronn Lue? You got the team around you. Ain't got nothing to do with me between injuries. All right, injuries happen. You knew the consequences of going to the Clippers and getting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George when you went there. You knew they was injury prone. So it's time for you. This right here might be a break of the year for you as well. Because if I'm Steve Ballmer, I'm thinking to myself, is this dude really worth a new contract? We're getting ready to move into a new stadium. We might need to go into a different direction from all of them, meaning Tyronn Lue, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George. We might need to just blow this thing up and go and start the whole thing over with again. That's something that they could be looking at going past this season right here. Because if I'm a billionaire like Steve Ballmer, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm not about to go and keep putting money into this dude right here because everybody say Tyronn Lue Tyronn Lue is one of the best coaches in the league, but he ain't got nothing to show for it though, besides first round exit. So that's all I'm saying. James Harden better play his cards right, and the Clippers might want to play their cards right as well. Because it can be just like when he went to the Brooklyn Nets. James Harden get unhappy. Now he don't want to be there. Now he want to gain 300 pounds. Now he want to show up with a bodysuit on. You know what I'm saying? So you better be careful what you ask for the LA Clippers. And James Harden, you might want to tread lightly when it comes down to what your next decision and what you are going to do going further past this season right here. See what I'm saying? So, hey, man, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Hey, peace. And I'm going to keep y'all updated on this James Harden situation because I think this situation here is going to get worse before it can get better. That's just my opinion. Hey, peace, y'all.